demo go up. I'm going to talk about that for a moment. The way the company is going with this, vampires, werewolves are going into Castlevania territory at this point. I don't have a problem with them bringing those in, but trying to attach it to the legacy characters like Chris Redfield, it's kind of a stretch, but we'll see where that goes. But me personally, I think it's going to take more than Tall Woman to make this game good. It has puzzles. It definitely has a survival aspect down as far as the demo is concerned. But it just didn't have enough. And so what I want to talk about is limited time demos do not help if your game is very cutscene heavy. Now granted, there is a skip button. But if it's my first time even experiencing the game, I'm not going to skip the cutscene unless it's a game like that's self-explanatory whenever you start playing. Like, for instance, if I'm playing an MMORPG, chances are I'm going to skip the cutscenes because story doesn't really impact what I'm going to do. But in games like Resident Evil, where I want to know what's going on and stuff like that, putting a timer on the demo is kind of a cheap move, in my opinion. 30 minutes, and at least a good 20 of that is spent on cutscenes, 10 minutes on gameplay. So there's really no time for exploration. Like, they don't want you to find out too many secrets too fast. And then to announce the next part of the demo will come out again, 30 minutes. And then after that, announcing both demos into one demo for 60 minutes. It baffles me that the company would go and say, well, here's 30 minutes now. Wait 6 days. Here's another 30 minutes. Wait a few more days, maybe a week or so. Here's both of those demos you just played, but now 60 minutes long. That doesn't help the issue. That doesn't help anything. Like, putting a timer on a demo is kind of a downer, because now you're kind of making me rush. Like, I have to look at the clock. And the game's not fast-paced, so I can't just sprint my way through. And that also brings me to another thing. Collector's editions are garbage nowadays. You're lucky to even get a t-shirt with a collector's edition nowadays. Now it's just all digital content that doesn't matter. And when I say digital content that doesn't matter, I mean like you get like a gun that's good for the first 2 levels of a game. And then you find something better. Stuff like that. Or an experience booster that only lasts about 10 levels. But it's just... They used to be so full of cool shit with collector's editions. Like, you get a t-shirt, a poster, a figurine or something. And that was before they started doing the super fuck you editions, is what I call them. The ones that come in like a box, like as big as the screen you're looking at right now. Like, just huge box full of stuff, including the DLC stuff, including t-shirts, whatnot. I miss those things. Like, I mean, even the ones that weren't that great. Like, I got one here. This was a collector's edition for Street Fighter 4. It came with the CD soundtrack, a movie based on this game's story, which was really cool. I liked it. The game itself, you got a Sea Viper figure, you got the hint book, and you also got an Xbox Live code for 5 alternative costumes, including the Mike Hagar costume right there for Zangief. It was dope. Like, that was worth the extra $10 because the game was $60, so I paid an extra $10 for this. And that was cool. I was fine with that. But then they started getting a little lazier as time went on. Like, this one, I can't really say lazy, but makes sense why they did it the way they did, but nowadays it wouldn't be worth much. This is the Skyward Sword Collector's Edition. It came with the golden Wiimote with the Hyrulean logo right there. And it also came with the soundtrack by the orchestra to the game. That's not a lot. That's an extra $10. So, and then you got, here's another good example of a good way to do it. Resident Evil 5, since we were on topic of Resident Evil. This came with Chris Redfield figurine, which mine was broken, a Kajuju necklace, which was the tribe name there, BSAA patch, so you can put it on like a jacket or something. You got the soundtrack, cool steel case for your discs, and the Tricell handbag, which I still have. I still have that, and the figurine's still in here. While this may not be the best Resident Evil game, it was definitely a fun Resident Evil game. Now, mind you, story is bonkers, but gameplay-wise, it worked. And last but not least, I do not like it when companies call a collector's edition which is just an add-on. It's not really a collector's. This is Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. All it came with was the controller. Really nothing. Nothing else. I got Piranha Plant 5 days later. It's not. Ooh, there's a message. But yeah, I think collector's editions really need to stop. Like, if you're gonna add DLC, add DLC. Don't do the pre-order bonus that's very lackluster. Don't give me something that should already be there. You know? It's like if the next upcoming Street Fighter says, if you pre-order now, you get Guile. Why is Guile a pre-order bonus? Like, he's a regular character in the series. Like, never once have I ever thought they should get rid of Guile. You know? It's stupid shit like that that make people really not cater towards collector's editions, but I know there are people who admittedly love collecting collector's editions. And limited editions as well. But for me, it stopped after that. I don't even pre-order anymore at this point, because pre-order bonuses don't give you anything. They don't give you an advantage. They don't give you a disadvantage. They don't give you something cool and unique. It's just not worth it anymore. So, and as far as the Resident Evil game goes, I think it could be better, but only time will tell, because the game's not here, and I'm just going off of what I played. And it was kind of meh. Like, I really wasn't too hard up to find out why they're werewolves, but I was rather confused why they were werewolves. Would have liked that explanation at least. But whatever. To each their own. I know I've been doing a lot of rambling videos, but yeah, I just figured I'd talk about this. But stay tuned. We will be having another It Takes Two video later, and hopefully we'll finish the game. I'm looking forward to that, because I want to see the end of the story, and I know my wife would like to too. So hope you guys stick around for that. Be sure to leave a like on the video, share if you want to, and you know what, comment. What is the most lackluster collector's edition you've ever seen or bought? because I know a lot of people have different ones. So yeah, comment that. Yeah, leave that in the comments. I'd like to see what you guys think. But I'll catch you in the next video. Later, dudes.